Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and I know it's a long time no see. You guys, as you know, I am a full-time teacher, a mother of 3, and life got just real hectic the end of May, or end of April. From spring break on, I just felt like it was a complete steamroll. So many things happened. I started crochet club at my school, once for one Tuesday a month, so like for the 4 or 5 months or Tuesdays in April. After school, I was crocheting with a few kiddos, and that was really nice. I've got another teacher now that crochets, and so I was doing that. And then my kids were gearing up for their school's production of High School Musical, the musical. And so there was a whole bunch of practices for that. And then we just got done with show weekend, and I had a field trip at school, and then I got sick. Nothing terrible, just really strange, sore, achy, really bad congestion, feverish. So now that we've just finished all of that stuff, the last minute rehearsals for the musical, and the field trips and the illness, we're now going on to the last month of school, and hopefully things get a little more calmer, although next weekend is Maddie's birthday and Mother's Day. But I have been crocheting. Now, I still have a book review I posted a while ago about You Better Not Die that I still haven't actually uploaded, and so I will try to do that. I don't know why I keep forgetting. But I have been crocheting in the evenings for just a little bit each day. Oh shoot, I forgot the ball bands. Well, I'll just see what I can do over here, okay? I think I have a couple extras of what I used. So I made 2 corner-to-corner blankets. I'm not sure why. I guess I was teaching, crochet club, and I had one 5th grader in the club who, I just dropped my yarn, who is amazing, and she just picked it up right away. So normally I just teach the kids chain and single crochet, and then I teach them how to make things that are in like squares or rectangles, like a really long scarf, or how to take a hat and make a hat out of a really wide rectangular square. You know what I'm saying? Or a blanket. But this girl was just picking up on everything, so I was able to teach her how to do a granny square and a corner to corner. So that then made me just inspired to make a corner to corner blanket. So I will list the colors in the description. Now, these are all big twist yarns, and as many of you know, Joann's, I don't know if she's on her last leg yet. I guess my Joann's got a big shipment of yarn that they filled up the aisles in that they were selling. I'm holding back because, as you know, I hoard yarn, and I really honestly don't have anything I need right now. But so this is big twist yarn that I got a bit ago. It's Big Twist Living. And I'd already made a baby blanket with this for my new niece that had just been born. This kind of variegated color, but I made a corner to corner, and what I did is I had 2 skeins left of this variegated, which I will put the name in the description, and then a purple, and then I just did all, okay, so corner to corner is one of those where you start in the corner and your rows get bigger and bigger and you work at a diagonal. So when I finally ran out of the first skein of purple, that's when I stopped increasing and I finished off. So I did 2 full skeins of purple, 2 full skeins of the variegated, and then for the border, I just did a single crochet between where the squares were and chain 4, and then a single crochet and then chain 4 to kind of give it that little bit of a border. So I like that one. That's a nice, good baby blanket size. And then I took this color, which I thought was bubblegum, but maybe is life. This kind of blue and pinky one. And then for this one, I just used only that yarn. And same thing, I went through 2 skeins, and when the 2 skeins were done, I stopped increasing. And Same kind of border where I did a single crochet where the 2 squares meet and then chain 4 to kind of give it that like ruffly look. I still have to weave in all my ends. I have no baby to make this for. I kind of feel like I've kind of gotten this stage where I was like hoarding up yarn and I would buy it and I'd be like, oh, I'd really love to make a baby blanket with that. And then I kind of just got to the point where I don't really have anybody to give all my stuff to. And I'm not interested in setting up an Etsy to try to sell it. I did some Etsy selling this summer and it was very unpleasant. So I don't know. I could still donate to other places, but I did make 2 blankets in that amount of time. Probably, you know, I wasn't being able to do like a straight crochet, like just sit all day and crochet. It was one of those things where just at the end of the day, I would just sit and crochet for 30, 40 minutes while I watched, you know, what was I watching on TV? I started watching a show called Evil. And you guys, it was scary. It's about 3 professionals, a psychologist, some kind of expert tech person who knows how to use every kind of electronical thing in the world, and then a priest. So I was watching that, a couple episodes a night, and then, or an episode a night, and I'd crochet during it. So while I was on hiatus and not making any videos, I was crocheting. Now, what I was going to say about Big Twist is I heard it's been bought out by Hirschner's. So if you were a Big Twist lover and you'll no longer have a Joann's to go buy it at, I heard Hirschner's are going to be selling it. I do have, like I said, another crochet friend so that I work with now. And I'm going to see if I can talk her into, once the school year's done, driving over to the Hirschner warehouse. I think it's in like Stevens Point or La Crosse, Wisconsin, and see what they have there in stock. Because when like I said, when I was going to my Joann's, she really only had the main acrylics, like those big skeins there. She didn't have all the different varieties, like the little specialty Big Twists left. So I did do a lot of crocheting, just 2 blankets, and it actually was really peaceful. Sometimes for me, learning new patterns and doing amigurumi is really fun. And buying pattern books, now that I know how to really read a pattern, it is super fun. But it also is nice to just sit down and crochet something mindless that you don't have to think about. And the corner to corner is just double crochets and a few chains and a slip stitch. And you just truck right along. And the really nice thing about how you do a corner to corner, if you've never looked it up, is you're not looking for the top of the stitch. You crochet around a chain 3. And so you don't even have to like feel for the stitch. You can just go, 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 not even look. Fire through that sucker. So that has been really nice. So that's kind of like my goal. I don't want to deplete my hoard, of course, but I want to really look through here mindfully at the things that I bought and say, okay, why did I buy this? What did I want to make with it? And actually make that. And if it ends up that I just start donating, I guess, you know, that's fine. And then obviously, I mean, maybe I'll just, whenever I hear that there's a baby born, whether they're close to me or not, because I really do love making baby blankets. So that is the main project. Now, I also did buy a couple things. As I was running through Walmart one day, because my son, who also happened to be in the High School Musical, I might insert a couple clips at the end, you guys. A couple pictures, I mean, of Maddie and Jared. Because Maddie, if you don't know about that Disney movie High School Musical that our school did as a musical, the main girl is Gabriella, and Maddie actually got the lead. And then Jer was a basketball boy, because the main boy, whose name is Troy, he is on a basketball team, and Jer was one of his teammates that kind of followed him around on the stage wherever he went. And so both my kids were in the show, and it was a lot of work, but we also had to help like supplement some of their costume, because we don't go to a big public school. We go to a small private school. And so Jer needed jeans, he needed a belt, Maddie needed a white tank top. And so while I was at Walmart getting those basics to go under the uniforms, I did pop into the yarn section. And I did get Super Saver, which I'm not really a fan of Red Heart, but I wanted to get a start on my 2nd grade hats. And this is it says Super Saver Bitty Stripes. So I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that would look like. And then I got it in the color, I have no glasses, so no, that cannot be it. Moonbeam. It's just kind of like an oatmeal-y kind of color. I guess there's probably some grays and creams and tans and khakis. So I got that, but this is the one that I was most excited. It kind of reminds me of a Lion Brand ombre cake, what that one does. And this one is also Bitty Stripes in the color Pink Lemonade. So I'm very excited about that. I think I could probably get a good amount of hats out of this one. This year I did put pom-poms in all my 2nd grade hats, and by the end of winter they all were off and lost. So I think I'm done with that journey of buying the pom-poms, sewing on all the snaps and all that. I think I'm just going to straight knit them, or I might go back to the Delaney hat for a few. My sister, who teaches preschool at a Catholic school in the Fox Valley, she crochets now too, and she made all of her kids a Delaney hat. And that's where you do those like spiral curly cues on the end. So I might try that just to see. That might look kind of cute. The hard thing about those ones, I think, is crochet isn't as stretchy as knit. And you've got to do that rectangle kind of crochet and then stitch it up the side. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try for a little bit of more variety. I used to exclusively crochet hats for my 2nd graders at Christmas. But once I learned how to knit a hat, I really like a knitted hat. Not obviously, crochet is my first love. I prefer it. Amigurumi, baby blankets, straight through. But I do really like a knitted hat. So, I mean, that's my catch-up video, you guys. You know, I'm moving. We just went through a really busy month. I still feel a little congested, but I can sleep through the night now. And I'm not feverish and achy. And I do have a diamond dots that I want to get started on, although Flynn had been talking about moving back up to me by my computer. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll wait till summer starts and set up a side table in the living room, because then Maddie can work on the diamond dots with me. Yeah. So other than that, I think that's really it. It's a 12-minute video, just a quick. I was crocheting. I made some baby blankets. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have a plan for what I want to do right now. If there's something, I did see these really cute chickens. I think, I'm trying to remember who, a gal in our Facebook group, I think her name is Karen, had posted these emotional support chickens. So I was actually thinking about trying to find that pattern. That looked really cool. But other than that, I don't really have anything on my mind to make. So if there's something you're making that you really loved and you're just like, I'm addicted to this pattern, I really love it, give me a share. Share that pattern with me. I'm in the mood to take a look for something, something new to make. Maybe I should go through my pile of finished or half-finished projects and get those done. I mean, that's always something, right? The things that you start and then you just never get finished and you move on or have another favorite in the mind. So that's it. I will insert a couple pictures, like I said. I think I'll try to do the ones that are mostly my kids, so I'm not like posting a bunch of random kids all over the world. All right, you guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And then until the next video, and I promise it won't be a month away, happy crafting. Bye.